What's going on, YouTube family? It's your guy Lush here, back with another video. Today we're going to be reacting to Andrew Tate. He went with Pat Bet David and the great guys over there. I was warned not to say this. That's what it's called. So Andrew Tate, very opinionated guy. He goes viral all the time. Let's see what he has to say in these trying times. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back with more videos, and email me if you want me to react to anything specific. All right. So without further ado, let's jump in.
So he's been very pro BB, correct? And matter of factly, Tate. So do you think he's wrong on that, being so supportive of Israel?
This whole Jewish question thing is actually an interesting one. I'm going to talk about this. This is going to give me more trouble. How much trouble am I in?
80%. The Orgons are coming for you, Tate.
Fucked. Right. T, we're going to jail. Pack a bag.
Just
Right.
it.
Pack a bag. They're going to
bag.
jail. Pack a bag.
So this, it's actually kind of frustrating for me because when I came out of jail, I did Piers Morgan, and I told Piers that what was happening in Gaza was a massacre, and this was on like October 9th, like 2 days
You
after.
said genocide.
Genocide. I said it was unfair what was happening. This was before it became like widespread. This was only a couple days after, and I was told not to say that. That's going to get you in a lot of trouble, but that's what I believed, so I said it at the time. And there's a lot of people online who are fervently anti-Jew and are very anti-Semitic, and I know who these people are, and you know these people are, a lot of them. Sometimes,
Kanye West.
yeah, well, no, sometimes they have a point of view, and sometimes they just go way too far with it. So I think this whole argument is kind of two-pronged. The first prong is that there are people in the world who blame the Jews for absolutely everything, and that is pathetic. And these people think that they worked out the secret of the world and they're based, and they blame Jewish people for everything. They're like, oh, but that's
Okay, I like the way this is going so far because he's looking at this in an insightful way. I feel like a lot of people are too triggered with all this type of stuff, right? So it's like I heard he's saying, and watch that video I posted about Kanye, man. It was crazy. Like he was saying some loco stuff. It's on the channel. I got the shorts out, so definitely check that out. But yeah, man, like I just think a lot of people think the Jews have more power than they do. They do. They are powerful because they work together and they got a lot going on. But like at the same time, we got to stop this victim mentality and acting like they're the only ones and they're doing all this stuff. It's like you could do some stuff too, bro. But yeah, let's let him keep going.
the Jews. What is race mixing is the Jews? Maybe they're attacking me for supporting race mixing. My dad is black, my mother is white. Why do you think the Israelis called me and told me to say this? It's my upbringing. Or they'll say, oh, but you can't get a girlfriend because the girls have all been subverted by the media. That's the Jews. How did the Jews keep you out the gym? Because your arms are like, how did the Jews stop you?
How did the Jews keep you out the gym? How did they do that? You lazy guys, man. Come on, man. Get in the gym. All right, let's keep going.
Being a man they want to fuck? Explain that. They go so far with it. They go so far with it. And if you try and point this out, you're instantly a Mossad agent. Even I get this. After defending Palestine and risking my life, because they could have locked me back up and I was told not to, they're still not happy with me because I don't go far enough with blaming the rain on the Jews. It rained outside. You didn't have an umbrella. The Jews did it. So there's the psycho side of it. Mm-hmm. But as a rational person who likes to see both sides of the argument, I would also argue it is interesting that it seems the only influence over the American government that we're not scared about or we don't measure is the Israeli influence of the American government. It seems they do have some control over the American government. They do lobby heavily, and nobody talks about it in a negative way. Whereas if the Chinese do it or the Russian do it, there seems to be a big problem. It doesn't seem to be measured when Israel does it, and nobody seems to be concerned by it. Now, whether that's a good or bad thing, you can get someone on more qualified than me to discuss. There's people more qualified than me. I would argue, as a rational, intelligent individual, that the American government should be pertinently aware of all influences that are put on it. Shouldn't you measure them? I'm not saying even stop them, but shouldn't you know? Because let me ask another question. This is a thought experiment. If you allow a nation to influence your nation and you allow it to happen unchecked, who's influencing the influencer? I don't know this at all. This is off the top of my head. Who says Israel's not being influenced?
Whoa, who's influencing the influencer, right? Like that's a perspective that most people don't think about. I think like that all the time. It's like that's the key, right? It's just like this is why you can't listen to everybody else outside because you're getting influenced, and then someone is influencing them, right? So it's like you got to do your own discernment. You got to do your own DD, check your history out before you make decisions on things and call people out because Israel is too involved in the United States. They do control a lot. Like, how does Israel have all these weapons and all this stuff? They haven't even been a country for 100 years yet. They're younger than 100 years. It hasn't even been a century. So I don't know. It just seems like they shouldn't have this much influence on a country on the whole other side of the world, right? Who is supposed to be the land of the free, home of the brave, and supposed to have everything under control. So I don't know. That's my opinion on it. But let's let them keep going.
China, Russia, whoever. What I'm saying is they can be a conduit if you allow it to be unchecked. So I understand that Israel seems to be the only country that can influence American politics without being checked. I understand that. I understand that's strange. I agree that should be measured. That's true. However, to argue that the Jews are the only reason why you're a little bitch hiding in your house at home, that's also bullshit. There's definitely a lot of irrationality
He's right.
on both sides. That's what I would say about that whole subject. And I think that people should be more rational and approach it rationally. But that subject seems to get people instantly into black and white camps. And those are the subjects that are hardest to discuss.
I love
where,
the breakdown.
where there's no subjectivity.
That's the part of the breakdown. See, this is because in this breakdown, the way
Talk
you
to him,
just
Pat.
eloquently put together, guess who can be right? Both sides.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, Trump did this, and that's his own. He's this. Maybe he's just being strategic.
Yeah.
No, but that side, they have control of everybody. Maybe they do have a little bit. No, they don't. Maybe they do. That's the subjectivity. The keyword you're using here is that we have to be able to do that more often. It was broken down so well the way you just did it right now. I don't mean to interrupt you. I just was really
Thank you. But this is the interesting part because there are certain subjects where it's instantly snapping to black and white camps.
right.
And those are the problems that never get fixed. Those are the problems that never get fixed. There has to be subjectivity and discussion in all things. And both sides can semi have a point. And it has to be discussed at large. So it's actually, I would make this point actually, for the people who are truly fearful of Israel and truly fearful of Jewish influence, you hinder yourselves by not being open to rational conversations, by not being invited on speaking podcasts, by not being open to ideas, because you don't accept that not every single thing on the planet is the Jews. If you want to be reasonable and responsible and have interesting and open conversations, you'll get a lot further. But when you put up this wall of every single thing is Jews, every single thing they've ever done, every single thing, you're just going to destroy destroy your own movement. Because when me, a half black Muslim who defended Palestine, is being accused of being a Mossad agent, you may have gone too far. Perhaps. Guys, maybe you're going a bit far. But I mean, I guess it doesn't cross their mind. Because I promote race mixing, because my mother's white and my father's black, it looks like I work for the Jews. So, what can you do?
Well, Tate, you're hired. Don't worry. I'll get you.
I was about to
I'll get
ask.
you a discount. I'm going to get you a 10% discount.
Get
I
the
was about
yarmulke.
to say-
I got you.
Get the yarmulke
There
in
is
here
no
right
discount.
now.
I
I
was-
wouldn't get one. We'll bring Tristan in.
I was about to say if I was hired, where's my fucking money?
Save that money. Save that money.
Because they ain't paid them yet. But
We get you another Protect Philippe
but
with the diamonds.
it truly is interesting how many people cannot have a rational conversation ever. Because I am perfectly capable of arguing against every point I argue for. I'm perfectly capable of it.
So what you're supposed to do. That's,
Yeah,
that's
so
the
playing
reason
chess
a
against
man with
yourself.
reason
Yep.
should do that.
Absolutely. But these people are incapable of having rational, subjective conversations ever. And that is why we end up in the positions we end up in.
Nowadays, more than ever,
That was a great clip, man. I enjoyed that. I'm probably gonna do some more of this and watch probably the full thing and break it down and give you guys some more because this interview is probably gonna be very good. But let me know what you guys think about that. Like, I think he had great points. I think Pat and the gang had great points as well. So it's like, if everyone, you can't blame a race of people. Well, the Jews is not a race; it's a religion. But you can't blame a certain type of people for every problem. Like, definitely they have influence, definitely have control, and they're doing a lot. And what they're doing in Palestine was wrong. Like, in my opinion, I think that's crazy. But at the same time, they're not the only ones in control. Who's influencing them? And we need to look at in that type of perspective too. Like, and take a step back. But let me know what you guys think about it. Definitely comment, like, subscribe, and be back with more videos. And peace.